Hello there. It's another Saturday night and another installment of Zander's Appendix and Other Gratuitous Organs on White Ash Flies with Colin Mahoney. Thanks for listening. And tonight we're presenting two poems by Colin Mahoney, written and read by Colin Mahoney, The Strange Death of the Count de Foix and They Built Her a Close Heaven. You can follow White Ash Flies on SoundCloud and on Spotify and on Twitter at Colin Mahoney15. And now, two poems against malice on White Ash Flies. The Strange Death of the Count de Foix. And night with dripping branches filled the universe a fraction of a millionth of a second old. And they brought him into a cool room, before the last room, a hold, a box of draughts, a space with leaves full of shade and birdsong, and lay him on the turf. Between me and the builder stands a house on fire, and shedding deciduously into space. Beyond that, a fine music of fire channeled through ice, and water flooding fire. My sleep is waxy of late, with empires of mud and inattention, and multitudes awash and evolving desperately, ears torrent with new water. I like these summary judgments that cross heads from shoulders, that honeycomb us. Outrageous to think they'd let us in to inspect the wreckage, to address it even. The argosy in blind white, the alkaline hills, the charred stands knocked flat, the relay of cinder cones along the blast line. I smell flies mustering in the leaves. Ice acts in facets to parcel pure distance, falls as water through a forest cope to the hollow of my hand. Between me and the powerhouse, marl slopes and Parnassus grass pave the carnage. Back home there was a gravel road, and it was agreed that in huckleberry time the harvest of the road's one side was theirs, the other ours. They say sparrows trespassed and were killed by all the boys but one, who carved a sparrow and held it close against the flames. They built her a close heaven. We want our flowers and our beloved insects in amber, shelved where the rat gnaws to thwart our desires. But she was carried quite apart, wherein were pines, wherein pear trees, where ditches gushed amber. Not yet the land we know, but abounding even then, and love to madness. There they built her and her sisters a close heaven, a little larger than a large closet. Set a spacious place in idle hearts, spacious hearts they could walk through, like a wardrobe or gardens or an adjoining room, and kindle there a taste for quiet desires. Their hands constantly renew their handiwork, constantly falling like snow into new life, into new architectures of collapse. And wonder turned wonder full of everything, under them and over us. What the sisters saw there, in thought, in motion, were their loves, on the thither side of what's opposite us. Searched them flesh and bone, and were searched in return by suns burning, poling from over the horizon, from over the ridgeline, agonizing after them after so many summers apart,